Schwartz, ESPN. When you were on the bench with 4 fouls, KYRIE just went to another level. 33 points in 19 minutes, I think it was, when you had your 4th. What did he show you in the world tonight?
Nothing. Same thing I've been saying since I got here. I've been saying he's a special kid, he's a special talent. As the stakes get higher and higher, his game gets higher and higher. But it was nothing surprising for me. But he rose to the occasion and he put the team on his back. And we definitely needed that effort from him. And you know, like you said, he's just been kind of dictating the game and being a playmaker and things of that nature throughout the playoffs or even throughout this series so far. But tonight, you know, he showed why he's one of the best point guards in the league. And he commanded us, you know, to be better, especially in the second half.
Jared Weiss, CLNS Media and Celtics blog. When the Celtics were switching on you in the 4th quarter, you would often size up or switch on you and take it to them and often would pull back for a step back. What were you seeing when you get those looks?
Just trying to be aggressive. Obviously, I couldn't be as aggressive as in the first half because of the foul trouble. So, you know, if I'm on the floor, I got to be aggressive and, you know, try to make plays, help our team be successful, and, you know, read the defense. I was able to still be aggressive and find, you know, 2 of our shooters, you know, for 2 threes. Found Kev, found Swish. So, you know, it was just trying to read the game, you know, the game in between the game, and it worked well for us.
LeBron, Ray Jaski, ESPN 990. 4th quarter, it seemed like it all came back to you, scoring the ball, shooting the ball over kind of a difficult stretch. Is that just kind of a thawing out thing? You're through that stretch and return to the player, the shooter, the scorer that you were the previous 10 games, or something you just had to kind of fight through? What happened there?
Yeah, I mean, my rhythm, you know, for the most part is broken when you get, you know, I can't remember, I don't think I've ever had 4 fouls in a game before in the first half, so my rhythm is kind of broken, and you got to try to figure out ways you can still help the team. And my teammate said, just be aggressive, be you. You know, you got us to this point and continue to do that. So, you know, I just try to find ways to get into the lane, get some in transition. When they backed off, shoot the jumper, and felt very comfortable with it. So I was able to get back into a rhythm very fast.
And by the same token, do you feel as a team that you've kind of recovered now that you got to go back into Boston for Game 5 and you kind of refound whatever you had prior to Sunday?
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, you play the game that's in front of you. You know, we didn't take care of business in Game 3. They played well. Tonight they played well again, but we was able to play well, you know, especially in the second half, and we defended. You know, and if we defend, then we're going to always give ourselves a good chance to win. So, you know, we look forward to, you know, to the next game. And, you know, it's a difficult challenge because, you know, our preparation going into the series was going against a team with Isaiah. You know, so now, you know, they're playing a lot differently now, so we're trying to figure out exactly what they're running and things of that nature. So it's been very difficult on this, you know, without, you know, IT on the floor. But, you know, now there's just 2 games that we've been able to see them. We're going to get a better understanding. So, you know, we should be a lot better in Game 5.
LeBron, Chris Fedor, Cleveland.com. I was going to ask about that exactly. Do you feel like the second half was evidence of you guys starting to understand exactly what it was they're trying to do without Isaiah now that he's not there?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, we game plan because their series went to 7. We game plan for both teams, you know, and they're a different team when IT's I'll say they're a different team. They run different things, you know, just because of IT being a huge piece of the puzzle for them offensively. So they had to kind of reshape, you know, and that's the beauty of having Brad Stevens as your coach. You know, you're able to reshape what you do offensively and still, you know, be in a good rhythm. So, you know, it's been challenging for us to kind of, you know, plays out of timeout. They kind of been killing us on ATOs and you know, keeping us off balance. But in the second half, we kind of finally got a little bit of rhythm, and I think we'll be a lot better, Chris, in Game 5.
LeBron, Steve Belpet, Boston Herald. They kind of caught you in a momentum shift in the second half last game. Did they almost show you a little bit more in this one? Because you guys knew what was coming out.
No, I mean, listen, they got they're well coached, and they got guys that's always kind of been counted out throughout their career. So they play with a lot of pride. And then you add the the green on their back, and with this is history. This is a franchise that you kind of, no matter who's out on the floor, you have to play for, that franchise and play with pride. So, they're giving us everything that they have, and we're expecting it, and we want the challenge. I mean, it's the postseason. At the end of the day, you just want to win the game. It doesn't matter who you're going against or how you get the job done. You just try to figure it out, and I think we did that.
LeBron, Scott Sargent, WFNY. Kind of a two-part question. In your career, kind of looking back, have you ever seen a player get double and triple boxed on rebounding opportunities as much as Tristan has? And how big was Kevin's rebounding in addition to that, just given the way that they are defending him on the glass?
Yeah, I mean, when you look at some of the greatest rebounders in our game, and guys who create extra possessions, you got to figure out a way to try to take him out, and not take him out like in a bad way, but how do you keep him off the glass? And they're doing a really good job in the last couple of games of putting 2 or 3 bodies on them, and but when you do that, you allow our other front court player who's been a monster rebounder his whole career to come up and do the thing that he did tonight, and we needed that. We needed the 17 rebounds from Kev, and it was huge for our team.
LeBron, Hayden Grove, Cleveland.com. You mentioned you've never had 4 fouls in a game. Have you ever missed a dunk like that in the game?
I have. I think I missed one in Boston before. I've missed a couple of dunks in my career. I think I've made more than I missed, though. Yeah. So maybe. Percentages are pretty good.
LeBron, Dave McMenamin, ESPN. When you came into the league, there was not a superstar on your team that you had to kind of manage with or manage your game with. What have you seen about the way KYRIE has either taken your example at sometimes or take the lead other times?
When I came into the league, or my first 7 seasons in the NBA?
Right, your first 7 seasons. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, the kid is special, and he basically was just waiting for the opportunity to be able to blossom. And I'm just happy and blessed that when I decided to come back that I was able to help him blossom, I guess, because he gets to play, in games that he's always been built for. He just never had the opportunity because of the team at that point in time. So, with me coming back and we getting Kev and making a trade for JR and Timo and Shump and and all the pieces started coming together, and Double T gets better, and Delhi and all that. And in year 1, it started to, even though it wasn't the successful season that we would have hoped for, it gave him some experience that he didn't have in his first, I don't know, he had 4 seasons before I got here that he didn't have, but he was already built for it. His game was built for it, and I'm happy, like I said, to be able to, I guess, sit back with 4 fouls and see him do what he's always been built to do. He was born for these moments.